Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. This is a little strange because I'm using my computer to film this intro because none of this video is shot in a very, I don't know a smooth way. As you guys know, when we started our kitchen remodel, we started it way back in July. We were really trying to take our time with this project, not only for our budget, but also for our schedule and, and also just my personal quirks. I have that I tend to take a long time to make decisions on things. And when I do make decisions, I sometimes struggle with like sticking to those decisions. So, yeah, this process started a long time ago. Let's just say that. So I didn't film this in a very smooth way because of that fact. I have little bits of footage from here and there. So I thought I would start out the beginning of this video, which this is the first part of a three-part series of our kitchen remodel. You guys said you wanted me to take you along. So I tried my best to without stressing myself out because we are doing all of this kitchen stuff ourselves, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So right now we are actually at stage 2 of our remodel. So you guys will see the video that I'm shooting currently today in a little bit after this video, but I'm getting this video up now. So to start off, our house was built in 1960. As you guys know, 3 years ago, we moved back into our home after remodeling the living room, the family room, the bedrooms, our laundry room, all of those things. The things that were left unfinished were our kitchen, our upstairs bathroom. Those were the original rooms of the 1960 build. The bathroom upstairs we still haven't tackled yet. That is actually going to be our next project. So fingers crossed this all goes well with the kitchen and we'll still want to do the bathroom. But the bathroom was the biggest thing for me that I always dreamed of wanting to redo since we first moved into our house 10 years ago. So back when we moved in 3 years ago, when we remodeled the main rooms, we didn't have the budget to do the kitchen because we knew the kitchen was going to be a huge thing, and we thought we would rather do the majority of the home and feel comfortable and happy and then do the outside of our home, which we did this past summer. You guys know we redid the outside of our house, our landscaping, our paint, everything. We wanted to do baby steps, so the kitchen was something we wanted to tackle when we had the time, money, and all of that. So a year and a half ago, we started by replacing our appliances. We got a new refrigerator, a stainless steel refrigerator, and then in July of this year, we started ripping things out. First, we ripped out the island that kind of came out, or the return. It's not an island, it's a return because it was attached to the rest of the cabinets. It came out in an L shape. It was super annoying. I hated it because it really just kind of divided the kitchen and made it really hard for me and John or anyone else to be in that kitchen and cook together. It served no purpose for me. It also made it so that everything in the kitchen fit weird, because it was there, the refrigerator had to be closer to the garage door, and because of that, the oven had to be further away, and then we had a dishwasher that was in a really inconvenient spot. Because of the dishwasher, we couldn't have a double sink or a big sink. We had a single sink, which drove me insane. And then because the dishwasher was placed on the left side of the sink, we had to have the stove also moved. The stove had to be in a very difficult spot between the garage door and the counter, because when the previous owners put in the dishwasher, the door hit if the stove was actually where it was supposed to be, so they kind of had it pressed up against the garage door, which again, very, very frustrating. So my thing was, if we took out the return, we could move the dishwasher from the left side of the sink to the right side of the sink and then have a full-size sink or a double sink. So that was our first goal. So we tore out the return at like 2 o'clock in the morning on July 30th. John came in with his Sawzall and was like, we're doing this. So that was the first step after we bought our refrigerator, when we were like, okay, we're really in it now. And then after that, I ripped off all of the cupboards off of the wall cabinets because I wanted an open shelf concept. And one of the blogs that I follow said, if you aren't 100% sure, take off the doors and see how you feel, and that way you can put the doors back on. So I took off the doors and I lived months like that with no return. We kind of slapped a rug over the subflooring that was exposed because there was no, tile underneath the return. And I lived with open cupboards, and I really loved it. I loved how easy it was to put stuff away. I loved how easy it was to find stuff. I loved how I got rid of so many things that I did not need, and my life became so much less cluttered because I saw all the things that I wasn't using regularly. So I love that. Decided we're going to have an open concept, open shelves. That's what I wanted. So move forward to November. We bought all of our cabinets. We went to Ikea. We kind of designed what we wanted. We picked out all the cabinets. I knew I wanted gray with black hardware. John wanted gray with black hardware. We purchased those, which was a huge moment for me because we paid with cash. Everything we're doing, our whole budget for kitchen is cash only. We do not use credit cards. We are trying to be debt-free by the end of 2019. So it's very important to us that everything we do patiently and in a way that we don't dig ourselves into a hole because we, again, are paying everything with cash. So November, we got our cabinets, all of that stuff, and then the process really, really started. John started ripping out other things like the pantry, and then he started ripping out the cupboards that were hanging from the wall. After John ripped out the pantry and the above cupboards, then he started pulling out the tile. When he started pulling out the tile, that's where I started getting more anxious because it meant us having to have stuff in our front room, which I'm in right now, our living room, which is our nice room. So for then the next few weeks, we knew we were going to be living without a kitchen, without an eating area, all of those things. So we did a lot of takeout. The kids were in the kitchen eating, or in the living room eating their breakfast. Everything was really crowded in here.
Destroyed the couch.
We destroyed our couch because things got spilled on there because people don't normally eat in here. At least the kids don't. It was very stressful for me, but John started ripping out the tile to see kind of what we were working with, and after that, it just kind of snowballed. We just started going. We did get a new dishwasher, which we installed actually before John started pulling out the tile, and we're using. It was a stainless steel one. We got it for a really great deal, which is why we bought it when we did, and because we wanted to put in the sink, we found a black, beautiful, gorgeous farmhouse sink. It's by Kohler. It's a Neo Rock one. Because we found that sink, that's kind of what started like the process in my mind of how I wanted everything to look. So our kitchen is actually based around this big, huge black sink. So when we put the sink in after we found it, because it was leaking underneath, sorry, my head is going 1,000 different directions trying to keep the timeline. Might be a little bit messy, but we replaced the sink before we did anything else after that because we had a constant leak coming from the sink that was going into the subflooring, which was causing floor damage. After we pulled out a return, we noticed that there was a lot of moisture damage in the subflooring, which kind of was a blessing in disguise that we kind of were so impromptu about ripping that out because we would have probably maybe gotten cold feet and not done this process, which it really needed to be done because there was so much damage in the subflooring. So because of that, we did replace the sink before we started doing everything else, even though we knew we were going to have to rip it back out again because we just didn't want any more moisture leaking into, the floor and all of that underneath the tile. So when we did when we did pick out our sink, we did get a new dishwasher as well, and we moved the dishwasher from the left to the right, and it looked so nice, and it just kind of solidified my decision in doing, taking out the return and losing potential cabinet space, and I was just really excited about that. So after that, like I said, everything just snowballed. Tile was coming out. The soffits, we decided to tear the soffits out and all of that, and I will just kind of let it go from here. I will let you guys watch all this footage, but that's kind of what we started doing and where we were at when I started filming, and yeah, hopefully that makes sense, but yeah, just know it's been a very long process that started back in the summer.
For Instagram?
No, for Snapchat or for just regular video. I accidentally always do it in portrait instead of landscape.
Oh.
So John came home and felt inspired. So he actually started ripping up the kitchen floor. Look at that beautiful mustard yellow linoleum. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, that's what was here before apparently. So everything's getting moved into here, which is super fun for me, as you guys know, with my personality. So this is what our lives are gonna be like for a little bit. Takeout in the living room. This is kind of what we have going on. Most of the kitchen's out in our front room. I actually made dinner in the Instant Pot. I made spaghetti somehow in here. I don't know. I guess you just like do what you gotta do. Kaya's saying hi. We have the door tarped off because dust is like crazy in that one. And then this is what it looks like now. Looks like the floor that I had at my old house with my parents. There's Dan. And then John's out in the garage. There's all our cabinets stacked up out there, but oh, the anxiety is real. A little bit. You guys want to be in the vlog? Everyone say hi. We're vlogging. And also Instagram living. Everyone wave hi. That's hilarious. So I am Instagram live chatting with everybody. Oh, that's kind of cool. The kitchen renovation. There's some more of what's been going on in the kitchen. Goodbye, old light fixture. I never liked you anyways. I actually forgot it was up there. Night 2. This is the subfloor we're replacing.
That's not really floor, that's just insulation.
I know. I wasn't gonna step on it.
That was horrible.
Right? I would have fallen so far.
Well, you would be really injured.
You get scratched up pretty good.
You hit your vagina on that pole.
Okay, well, my vagina is safe. I know not to step on the insulation. But this is day 2 of the demo. As you can see, the dirty jokes run in the family. They're, I think, replacing the piping.
Called subfloor.
Well, no, are you going to do the pipe too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing the subfloor. So I complained in the past years of like a dank, disgusting smell coming out of the cabinets whenever I'd open them down here. And it's amazing because since they cut out all the damaged wood, that smell is like almost next to none now. So that's really exciting because it was just coming from all the water damage underneath the sink.
I'm gonna take it after this.
But they're gonna replace that. And yeah, baby steps. I guess these are huge steps. These are not baby steps actually. There's our crawl space. You said 3 days, Dan. You're on day 2. I'm just kidding.
Did I say 3 days?
You did. I have it on camera, actually, that you said 3 days.
I'm not done yet. That's not over.
All right, this is what my front room looks like. But the guys are getting the, I don't know, what is this stuff called? Under laminate down. And then they're gonna try to start the cabinets, I think. But look at the progress on the room. No more holes in the ceilings. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Installing the wall, floor, floor. There's a floor and cabinets! Yay! I'm not sure what day we're on exactly on this whole remodel thing because we started so long ago, just like tearing little bits and pieces out here and there. But during this active demo and everything, I'd say we're on day like 4-ish, 5. the boys are at home. They are continuing to sand down walls and put the cabinets together. I'm actually on my way to Ikea, which is an hour away, because we need one more cabinet. John and Dan found space for me to have one more 12-inch cabinet, so I'm taking it. So I'm running real quick as fast as I can to go get it. Hopefully Ikea has it, because Ikea sucks and you can never actually call the actual home store. You have to, like, I don't know, it's stupid. And they said they only had one in stock, so I'm driving an hour to possibly be told that there's none there. So, or an hour one way, mind you. So, crossing my fingers, we're gonna go pick that up, then we will head back, and then hopefully the boys will be done putting together the rest of the cabinets and sanding behind the wall and attaching them to the wall, and then they can put together this 12-inch and we can go and pick up the countertop and start getting the sink in and all of that. Again, I am crossing my fingers, not like expecting much, but they told me our kitchen will be usable by the end of Sunday so that I can spend all Monday cooking and cleaning. So here's hoping, guys. I am definitely hoping. John, I think, is taking off Monday from work. They've been doing all this at night, guys, like after they both have gotten off of work. Like, I am so very lucky to have two amazing men in my life that are just willing to knock something like this out for me. Like, I'm just very lucky. Like, I love my husband, and honestly, I love my brother. He's very cool, and we wouldn't be able to do this without him. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I don't know, again, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm very excited because, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited. All right, we got our cabinets going in. Oh, my back. Cabinets. I've done absolutely nothing but glue on plastic feet.
No, you've done a lot more. Really.
And guess what? John and Dan figured out we can fit another 12-inch cabinet right between the stove and our corner Lazy Susan. So that's going in there. John's assembling the other 12-inch, which will go here. And our dishwasher, of course, will go here. So I will have two pullouts on each side, which I'm super excited about. And for everybody asking, like, about us losing storage space, we actually gained a crap ton because this wasn't here, obviously, and then we could never use any of the space back here because it was like just a pit, a hole. So now we will have this entire rack that spins and turns. And then I guess actually too on the sides we can use that, but this door will come completely open, whereas before you couldn't use any of this space whatsoever. So pretty exciting. To make matters worse, Kaya's had the stomach something or other for the last week. I woke up on, was that Monday or Tuesday, when she was like, I threw up and it was like 2 inches away from my head because she came into bed with us. And it was either Monday or Tuesday, she woke me up because she had thrown up right next to my head. So yeah, that was fun. So she's been sick since then and kind of throwing up off and on. Today's the first day that she hasn't thrown up. So that's something that we've been dealing with as well. So I've been feeding her toast and Gatorade today. That's all the doctor said she's allowed to have until she holds it down until tomorrow. So it's a little past 2 a.m. The guys got up the cabinets for the most part. It's where the dishwasher's going, stove's going there. Sink is not finally in, but that's how it's fitting in. I'm excited, super excited. Super duper excited. The sink is a little bit off center. We talked about this. It's centered to the window, but they had to cut out part of the cabinet to get it to fit, though, to be centered so that we could have all this on the extra. We're going to bed.
Because nothing quite fits.
All right, this is the progress we have so far. We're putting on the doors, panels, all that good stuff. John siliconed the sink and it fits. He changed out the drain to black and it looks so much better. Good call, baby. But we have a working sink. I'm super excited. I think Dan's working on the dishwasher stuff. I've been running around doing last minute Christmas Eve ish shopping. Had a soccer game today, so John stayed at home with Kayak. She hasn't been feeling well, like I said, and we won. That was fun. I got my ham for Christmas, but hopefully all of this will be put together and done. Not all of it, but hopefully it will be cookable, usable by Christmas, because I'm hosting Christmas, as you guys know. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, and then the second video will be hopefully a reveal of everything. Christmas Eve boxing? Why are you bumping butts with me?
I'm trying to find a piece of cardboard.
Hopefully the next video I can show you guys it mostly done, or I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna leave it here for now and just cross our fingers that we are up and at least running by Christmas. Like 1.5 days away, Christmas.